Welcome to Brewery Road Custody. I'm just going to take you through and I'm going to show you what we're doing inside.
My name is Beauty Onyeme. I'm a designated detention officer. I work at Brewery Road Custody.
We've got our monitors here where we look at the detainees.
It's a great experience for me as a woman because it's not just a male role, it's a woman role. There are also women detainees that come into custody that I look after. Sometimes they've got mental health, they're victims of domestic violence.
So this is it here.
It also means that I can give them that secrecy in case if they want to speak about anything and they're not comfortable speaking to a male, they can speak to me as a female. I'm here to look after them.
We've got gloves here. We've got a wand as well. So this wand that we have here is to search them when they come in initially. See if I switch it on. Just make so if they got anything metal on them that's hidden.
I care for them. I make sure that if they need to see like the nurse if they're ill.
This is our lovely, beautiful auntie, Amelia.
If they've got mental health, I make sure they can see someone about it as well.
We call this the Viper Room. This is where the photograph gets taken. We do the DNA as well. This is what we use for our DNAs. Everything's in here.
And also here to make sure that they don't bring any harm to themselves. I calm them down, speak to them, let them know that they're here. I'm not here to judge them, I'm here for them to be looked after.
Say Wednesdays, Tuesdays, my colleague Paula, she takes them round to Blondell Street and they get sent off to SSU, forensics. And we take the picture, attach it, so then it comes up on the custody record. Then we come here as well. We take the fingerprints. This is for fingerprints. So details get filled out and everything.
We get calls from the control center and they tell us if we've asked for space and we say yes, we've got space. They tell us what the person is for, what the offense is.
So you see this notice on here? It says custody staff only past this point. So visitors, solicitors are not allowed past this point, just only custody staff.
And once they come in, if it's a female, I search her. If it's a male, my colleague searches them. We also call for solicitors if they want solicitors. We need other women to be in custody because it's hard for the males to look after the female detainees because they might want certain things that they don't feel comfortable speaking to a male. So when we have more females, it will be a lot easier for us.
We've got detainees' clothing. We've got our blankets that we give to them when they come into custody. That's the blankets, change of clothing. They're labelled, got bottoms, tops, different sizes.
And also we can calm the females down because sometimes they've got things they're going through, domestic violence, you name it. They feel like life is not fair to them. They feel that they can't do anything with themselves, it's over. But we as females can speak to them and use ourselves as examples that yes, you might face challenges in your life, things might be difficult, but you can overcome and you could come out on top.
That's the one. We've got clean light, which is bright. We've got the night light, which is dark. And we've got also daylight, which is a lot brighter. So they've also got a buzzer here, in case if they need anything at all, they press this buzzer. You'll hear the sound. I can test it for you to see how it works. So normally if I press that, you see the light there, that's blinking. And then whoever comes down, turns it off and you speak to them. So in here, there's drinking water as well. Sometimes they don't want it. They will say no. So we bring water from the kitchen and give it to them. But that's it. And also the toilet, that's the toilet. Flush is there. And they also have CCTV up there where we can see what they're doing. So in case if they're trying to harm themselves, we just come down straight away.
Sometimes people do things not because that's who they are, but because of what they're passing through. It could be domestic violence, it could be mental health issues. So I've gained quite a lot in that sense. And I've also given as well. By me looking after them, I've come across some of them while I've been out there and it was like, remember me, you spoke to me last time, and this is where I am now, and it's great to know that I can make a change.
It's been really good having you here to see what we do, and it's good for you to know that women are also part of this custody. We do a lot of good work, and that's all for now.
Thank you.